Hey folks, I'm just going to do a wee demonstration video here on your new van, and we'll just go inside here and I'll start you off here. Let's see where we're at. So the first thing we're going to show you here is your control panel, and you have your 12 volt on and off here. Is that switch? That switches the van on and off. You have your pump here, and when you press the pump that just brings on the pump if you want any water through the van, and it'll show you up what's going on. That's just your awning light. And this one here flicks between your leisure battery and your vehicle battery, and that's what the van's running on now. You should always leave that on the leisure. Don't run that on the engine battery because it'll just run down your engine battery. Just leave it on the leisure. And then over on this side here are just all your levels. It tells you what's going on here. Solar panels, your wastewater, your fresh water, your vehicle battery, your leisure battery. Now those two will go up when you plug the van in, and when you start the van it runs the power to the leisure battery as well for charging when you're driving. Now the only thing we say with the leisure batteries is we'd recommend that you plug them in at least 2 days every fortnight, especially in the winter time, just to keep your batteries fresh. So that's just all your different settings there, different temperatures and stuff inside and outside the van, but the main ones are just your water levels in your vehicle, batteries and leisure batteries and stuff. So that's all that is there. So the next thing we're looking at here is just your fridge. Now you can see at the moment the only thing that's lit up is a green light. Now that's all that will be lit on your fridge when the fridge is going. This here just goes blank here after about 10 seconds. So if we go in here now, you can see we can scroll across here. That's just showing now at the moment that the fridge is on gas. If we hold that for a few seconds, you can see now the gas symbol starting to flash, and we can now move it along here and pick all our different settings. Now what we have is you have your mains plug-in. If you wanted that there, you'd press OK, and then it'd ask you the temperature, and you can move your temperature up and down at that stage, and whatever temperature you set, we'll usually leave it at 5, press OK again, and that's it now on the mains. But at the moment now we're not plugged in, so it's showing us that we can't do that, so we have to go back in again, hold your finger on the button again and move across. You can use that for when you're driving. That's your the battery symbol is for when you're driving only, and then you're back in gas again. So if we want to pick gas, press OK, press OK for the temperature, and now we're back on gas at 5 bars, and the fridge is on here. And that'll just disappear now in a few seconds itself. That's normal enough. And to switch off your fridge, just hold your finger on the button until the wee light goes out, and that's the fridge off. So to come back on to switch on your fridge, just hold your finger on the button and it'll show up all the symbols, and then it'll always come back to the last setting, which at the moment now is gas. And your fridge door opens here, and you just have your freezer on here at the top and your fridge here at the bottom. So that's all the different features of your fridge. Sorry folks, I forgot to show you the handle here. When you're closing the fridge, just push the handle that way and clip it in, and you're opening it, just pull it out, the fridge will open. So when you're putting it back in, always put the handle like that to get in behind the wee, you want to get this here in behind the wee catch, so you just go like that and that's it closed. So the next thing I'm going to show you is your hob. You just have the normal knobs here at the front for your gas burners, and your igniters are here. And the only other thing you need to watch is that ring there at the back. That works on electric, and this is the switch here for it here, and it goes around that way. And when you're plugged in, you see a light coming on. But the only thing you need to watch is that you don't put this cover here down on top of that ring, because you can't see when it's warm. So that's the only thing just to be aware of. And the rest is all fairly straightforward. So the next thing we're going to look at here is your heating. This is the control panel for your heating. The van heats the van itself or the hot water on either electric or gas, and I'll show you here how it works. So you'll always start off by pressing the middle button here, and we can scroll across here to our different symbols. We'll start off with our first symbol, which is the camper van, and this is for heating the van. So we'll press this button here, and the moment I have the heating on, it's at 26 degrees and it's on gas. So we'll just turn this back here, and we'll press the button for off, and we'll press the return button. We'll start off from scratch. Now at the moment the only thing that's on the screen is the time, and there's nothing on the top bar. If there's nothing on the top bar, there's nothing on. So if we go in here first, we want to heat the van, press the button, the wee camper van's flashing, press the button again and turn up your temperature to whatever you want, say 27, and press OK again. And then we'll move across here. That's hot water, and the next one is what you're going to heat it with. So we go in here. At the moment we're on gas. If you go down here, you have mix 1, which is gas and 1 bar of electric. Mix 2 is gas and 2 bars of electric. And electric 1 is 1 bar of electric on its own, and electric 2 is 2 bars of electric on its own. So if you're in the campsite, you can go to EL2 and everything, it'll heat the van or heat the water on electric, or you can scroll back up here again, or if you're wild camping, you'd have to use gas. So we'll just press OK again, and the next thing we can go over to is the fan. Press that, and we just have 2 settings, eco or high, and that's just the strength of the blow air heating itself when it's coming out the cardboard pipes. So you can just set your fan, and if we press the return button now at this stage and press it again, we'll go back to our home screen, and we can see now we're heating the van at 27 degrees on gas, and it's showing us our time. So it'll always show you the temperature you set. So if we go back in here again now, we'll switch off the heating. So press our camper van, temperature comes up, turn it right back to off, press OK. And we're going to move across now and turn on the water heating. So if we go into the water heating, press OK again. It's off, and we'll turn this until it says eco, which is 40 degrees, or hot, which is 60 degrees. And if we want hot water at 60 degrees, we'll press OK. And we'll go back over here again, and we're still on gas, press OK, and we'll press return. And now we're heating the water now on gas, on hot. So that's your hot water. Now if we want to turn that off, we'll go back in and bring that right back until it says off, press OK and press return. And that's how your heating works. Now these bottom symbols at the bottom, there's a time clock which you can set, which is the time, and there's a timer as well. Now it just tells you in the book, in the blue bag, how that timer works, but at the moment we'll just concentrate on these top ones, about heating the van, press that again, heating the van, heating the water, what you're going to heat it with, and the fan setting. So that's the 4 symbols you need. You can have a look at the timer settings in the wee book. It's handy enough to work, but I'll not confuse you now at this stage. You can see now we have nothing on, and if we want to switch off that panel, hold our finger on the button until it says off, and that's the wee panel off just. So that's how the heating works. So we're just in your bathroom here now. Your toilet, you can see the flush is the blue button, and you'll have a red light coming on here when the cassette needs emptied, and you have all your taps working cold and hot. And I'll show you now in a minute how to drain the van for the winter time. Now when you're draining the van for the winter time, what you do is you switch off your pump and open your taps in between hot and cold. So that's hot and that's cold, so in the middle here, open your tap up and make sure your pump's off, and that'll start draining all the water out when you open the drain valve, which I'll show you now in a second. So here we are now in your boot, and you can see we're looking at this wee yellow valve. This is your drain valve I was telling you about, and at the moment it's closed, and to open that, just set it up. And what will happen now, when you set that up there, it's going to drain all the water out of the hot water heater itself, and it'll drain all the taps as well if you have the pump off and all your taps open between hot and cold. So in the winter time, you'll have to come in here and open this valve up, which is up that way. Turn off your pump inside, open all your taps in between hot and cold, and we'd even recommend blowing into the taps to push all the water away from the heads of the taps to stop them getting damaged with the frost. When you come back in to refill the van again, you just bring down your valve here, switch on your pump, put on your hot tap, and once you have free flow in your hot tap, that's your heater filled up again. So that's how the draining system works. Now also in the boot here, you can see you have your jack and wheel brace, you have your outside shower point, which goes on here, and your carpet set, and you have your awning pole over on the far side there, and you can see your corner steady pole. And moving along here, your toilet cassette's in here, it just clips in here at the bottom, and it pulls out and there's wheels on it. That's just your emptying. You just take the cap off to empty. And we'll move along here now onto your gas. So we're in here and get your gas locker. If you're not familiar with this, these are propane tanks, and this is what camper vans run on. They don't run properly on butane. So always stay on this gas. to switch off these, there's a valve on top of the bottle. Turn it clockwise to switch it off, and anti-clockwise to switch it on. Now if you're changing your hose, you'd switch off your valve at the top, and you'd open with your spanner this nut here, and it loosens actually clockwise. So this nut here loosens clockwise, and it tightens anti-clockwise, and that's the spanner there for it. And you have enough room there for another cylinder as well. So I'll give you a quick run at your engine here. You have your bonnet pulls inside the door. Now your bag here's got all your information on the van. There's a little barbecue. I'll show you that around the side. That's the adapter for it. And you put your barbecue hose on the end of that. So just in the engine bay here now, the only thing you're going to really be looking at is your window wash. That's your engine coolant water, your brake fluid, your dipsticks down the front here. And moving along here, underneath this wee black cover here, there's a metal piece that you can see here that you can attach your jump lead to if you ever have to jump start the van. So you put your positive on there and your negative onto one of these fasteners here at the front, and that'll jump start your van. And that just close that wee cover up. And we'll just move around here now to the other side of the van. We have your wastewater valve, which is here, your electric hookup. You have more storage in here, and this is your shower point here, and your fresh water fill, and that's just the exhaust here for your heater. You might see steam coming out of that when your heater's operating. And we're back around here now again. I think I told you earlier on that this was your shower point. That's your gas point actually. Your shower point's around the far side. So that's everything outside the van. So in here you have the two slide outs which come out, and your two cushions drop down, the same on either side for your bed. And up here at the front, I'll just give you a wee quick rundown on what's going on in the dash here. The only thing you might want to know about is your aircon, which is this button. You need that on there for your aircon to operate. And this wee lever here is a new feature. It's got the cruise control, which you just switch on here to cruise, and then hit it one shot up. And then down the bottom here is your speed limiter. And how the speed limiter actually works, if you put on the speed limiter and press that button, it'll go at whatever speed you've set. I'll show you here at the front. The speed limiter is now on, and you can see me moving. I see that 20 mile an hour. So whatever your speed limiter is set at, that's as fast as the van will move. So if you're going into 40 mile an hour zone, you could have that set for 40 and switch on your speed limiter and press the button at the end, and it'll just come on and off. You can see it coming on and off there as I press the button. So everything else in the van is fairly car-like. When you have your aircon on, you've got a bit of cold air on here. Your blinds just clip off here in the middle in the front, and always make sure you clip them back in again. They come across and meet in the middle, and the rest is just all your lights and stuff inside. So I think I've sort of covered most of the stuff that you're going to need. If you have any questions on the van at any stage, you can give us a ring. It might take you a wee while to get used to it, but the best luck with your new van, and I hope you have a great summer. Thank you.